So, today I'm going to be buying a 12-ounce flask for alcohol from the camping store. I have been considering buying a flask for some time now, but since I'm not really a big fan of metal flasks, I have decided not to get one until I find one that I really like. And well, I have now found one that I really like. In specific, I'm going to the camping store for a 12-ounce Nalgene flask, which comes with an extra cup, and the lid can be used as a shot glass as well, from what I know at least. I first saw it a couple months back and wasn't sure if I wanted it, but I have been thinking about it for the last couple months, and I have decided to finally pick it up. And so as such, that's exactly what I'm doing today. I'm going to be spending around about $12.99 on the flask, according to the camping store's website that I'm going to right now, or to the website of the camping store that I'm going to right now. I'm going to Great Outdoor Provision Camping Store, which is like a smaller than not chain of camping stores in my local area. And they had it there last time I was there. It's still listed on their website. I hope they still carry it. I haven't been there in a couple months. We're gonna find out. If they don't carry it, well, this video will instead be titled, "Not Buying a 12-ounce Flask for Alcohol at the Camping Store." I'm just currently driving to the store though. Probably got about, I'm thinking 5 to 10 minute drive, something like that. Nothing too much. If the lights are good, if there's not too much traffic, it'll be a quicker drive than not. And if there is traffic, there will be a longer drive than not. But it's not terribly far by any means. There's just a lot of lights. They close at 6 o'clock though. It's currently 5:35. I took my sweet time getting here, I'll acknowledge. So hopefully I can make it in time to pick up the flask, because it would not be very good if I don't, I will acknowledge. But you know, big baller moves either way. That's what I'm saying. There's a car sticking its chin out into the road up here. What is bro doing? What is bro doing? It's a pretty nice day though. It's around about 70 degrees. A little bit too warm to want to wear a sweater, but a little bit too cold to want to wear shorts. Pretty nice overall, gotta admit. A little bit cloudy today, but partly sunny as well. It's like partly cloudy, partly sunny, I suppose, I guess is really the right way of putting it. And there's a Ford Raptor SVT in front of me, which is pretty nice, Oh no, I forgot. I'm in a turn lane, and well, now I need to turn because I'm in a turn-only lane. It's no biggie. I just forgot I needed to get over, I'll acknowledge. That's my bad. But it's probably best that I did get over, because honestly, that line is massive, and I think it's actually going to be quicker for me to go this way, frankly put. Which is like, damn, that line is huge, bro. No biggie, no biggie. Getting lost on the way to the camping store, you know. Only big baller moves here, you know what I'm saying? Only big baller moves here. That's what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Is there anything else I need at the camping store? I might take a look at their backpacks as well. Not because I need a new backpack, but just because I want to take a look at their new backpacks. See if they have any new options. There we go. Ooh. What is that, a Saturn? Oh, Sky? Yeah, it's a Saturn Sky. I don't see many Saturn Skies in my local area. It's a pretty uncommon sight, I'll acknowledge. Interesting to see. I've only ever met one person that owned a Saturn Sky. I have no idea how good of cars they are. All I know is that this individual sold his Saturn Sky and got a Miata. I don't know if that's an indication that there's something wrong with the Saturn Sky, or if he just wanted a Miata instead of the Saturn Sky. I'm not sure, I will acknowledge. I didn't really know the person all that well. But either way, it is a somewhat uncommon car around me, so it's pretty cool to see it. I also saw a Pontiac Aztec actually driving on the road for the first time in, oh man, probably the last 3-4 months in my local area. I was right behind him for probably a solid 10 minutes on the road, and that was very cool to see because you just don't see a lot of Pontiac Aztecs in my local area anymore, I'll acknowledge. I mean, like, it's not like they were particularly common when they were new, and they're certainly not particularly common these days. But it's very cool to see Pontiac Aztec for the first time in quite a while, I'll acknowledge. Green light, nice, can't complain. And there's my shortcut, but not really a shortcut because it actually would have been faster if I had actually gotten in the right lane when I needed to. First gen Miata, nice. There's an NA Miata back there. Can't complain, you know what I'm saying? Can't complain. Miller Lite Beer Mobile, hell yeah, brother. Pothole right next to the, like, access to the drains or something. Weird. I actually think this might have low-key been faster than going the way I was gonna go. Because now I'm already on the right side of the shopping center now. And I don't gotta worry about nothing. Ow. Yeah. Easy peasy, let's get it. And there's the camping store right over there. Do they still sell flasks? That's the real question. I hope they do. I hope they do. We will find out, and I think I'll park right here. Perfect. Alright. Let's go ahead, put my keys down, grab my phone, grab my wallet. Of course, I'm going to need my wallet to pay for the flask that I'm buying today. And let's go and grab my camera. And let's go ahead and walk inside and grab myself the flask that I want. Let's get it, now. Let's get it. No complaints on my behalf. How's it going? Y'all still selling the Nalgene flasks?
Yeah.
Sweet, sweet. Thank you so much. They have them. Perfect. This is exactly what I want. This should be $12.99 if I remember correctly. Comes with a little cup. This, the blue thing, that's a cup. And then this is the actual flask. And then this is like the blue cap is like the shot glass portion. I'm buying it. Very cool, very cool. No complaints on my behalf. Take a look at their backpacks too. What kind of backpacks they got? I love my backpacks. They're pretty nice. Daylight Plus. I've heard good things about Gregory backpacks. Don't know anything about them though. I do like these Topo designed bags. These are nice. They used to sell Mystery Ranch here, which is a pretty cool brand. But too expensive for what I want to pay. That's pretty nice. Cotopaxi. Price is a bit much for me though. But it's a nice bag. I've heard good things. I'm gonna go ahead and get the flask. I'm gonna go and pick it up. I came in here, got what I needed, and I'm ready to buy it. How's it going? Can't complain. Just getting this today.
be $13.93. And you're all set.
Sweet, sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Have a good one.
much. Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
And there we go, y'all. I now have my Nalgene flask. No complaints on my behalf. It's called the Nalgene Falcon. To be precise, I suppose. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. Well, let's go ahead and hop back in the car, I do think. And let's go ahead and take a look at it in detail. And while I do want to wash it out before I use it, I am just going to let y'all know what I'm going to think of it real quick in advance. And I think, yep, somebody's trying to park next to me, so glad I got in my car real quick. I'm going to go ahead and just put my phone back, and I'm going to go ahead and roll down my windows, because it is a bit warm in my car right now. Alright, so now that I've got my windows down, let's go ahead and actually take a look at what I bought. I bought, in specific, the Nalgene Flask, which is called the Flaken in French on the back. It has a removable shot cap, a flask closure, i.e. just the normal lid. There's also the flask itself, which is this part of it, and then there is also the sleeve, which is apparently for durability and insulation and protection for the PET flask. That's apparently what it's for, although I figure if you really want to, you could drink out of this as well, so you could make it a sharing cup if you so desire. But the main cup that I think people were mentioning in reviews, because I saw people mentioning that it has like another cup in reviews and stuff like that, I think what they were mentioning is the removable like shot glass itself, which is right here, in which comes off just like that. It's a little bit tough to come off, but I'm sure once I get a little bit more used to using this, and once I just start using this flask more in general, it'll probably get a little bit easier to come off. The main complaint I saw about this bottle online was the fact, or about this flask online, was the fact that this does not attach to the water bottle like most other Nalgene bottles. Like I've got another one right here which I've had for years, which I really like, and this one it is attached. As we can see, the lid just attaches right there, but this one not so much. It actually makes sense though, because if you want to use this as a shot glass or like something like that kind of thing, then you don't want it to be attached, otherwise it's going to be really hard to take a shot with. This, I will acknowledge though, it kind of reminds me of a like mouthwash like cup or something like that, that comes with like, or mouthwash lid that comes with like the top of your bottle or something like that kind of thing, which I find pretty amusing, I will acknowledge. But overall, you know, I'm thinking this flask is gonna work fantastic. I'm thinking this flask is gonna work fantastic, and I got no complaints on my behalf. I might not be drinking alcohol out of this flask today. I want to wash it out first, and then I want to use it for the first time in the future, I will acknowledge. However, I am nonetheless very happy with this flask. It cost me a total of $12.99 MSRP with 94 cents tax, so $13.93 total. Frankly put, I think that was like not a bad deal at all for a flask of this size, and for a flask that is of this size and from a company that is known for producing quality goods like Nalgene is. I am a fan of Nalgene bottles, I will acknowledge. I've had one for years. I didn't even buy it from Nalgene. I got it from the thrift shop, and it's still been amazing. And I'm expecting to have a good experience from this one. Some negatives I'm noticing. I really wasn't expecting the plastic on this flask to be so thin. It really, really, really is very thin, and you really do want to use this with the sleeve. Like, the sleeve actually feels like the thickness of plastic that the actual Nalgene bottles are made of. However, the flask itself is super thin, which I totally get. Like, they want to make it thinner so you can fit it into like your breast pocket if you really want that. You can actually fit it in your breast pocket. If you have a Carhartt tee, you can fit it in your breast pocket. Big ups for that. I didn't think I could, honestly. I was just saying that to be like funny, but yeah, no, you can actually fit it there. So maybe the thinner plastic really does make sense, but it just doesn't really feel like the same quality. The bottle itself doesn't really feel like the same quality as a normal Nalgene bottle. It doesn't feel bad quality, it just feels cheaper because the plastic itself is thinner, I will acknowledge. The cap itself feels about the same as normal. And while I am a little bit worried about this part connecting to this part, and over time they might come apart and not really want to go back together again very well, that is one thing I'm worried about. But honestly, for $12.99, who am I to complain? As long as I'm able to use this for a couple years, I'll have my money's worth out of it, and I will have no complaints on my behalf. That is for sure. Very glad I was able to pick up a Nalgene flask at the camping store today. Glad I got myself my 12-ounce flask that I wanted, and overall, so far, it's looking like it's gonna be a good product to add to my, well, day drinking in public parks loadout. That's right, I have a loadout for day drinking in public parks. You know, I've been needing to add a flask to it. After all, it's kind of sketchy to show up to public parks with a full bottle of liquor. You're making it very clear to everybody what you're doing. But if you have a flask, how do they know what's inside the bottle? Granted, this flask is clear, but either way, big baller moves, you know what I'm saying? Big baller moves. That's what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But yeah, very glad I bought this flask. I have to try it out for the first time in a future video. And, wow, hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you guys have enjoyed watching this video where I drove to the camping store and bought myself a Nalgene 12-ounce flask, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and my other channels all in the description down below. Actually, not my P.O. box because that is closed, I will acknowledge. So I have my website in the description down below instead. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video today. Till the next one, well, stay safe in peace and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?